Hi guys, it's Barbara with Quartz Rose Tarot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload new content. Guys, if you're looking for my information to book a personal reading, my tarot deck, Magical Fantasy Tarot, or any of my other channels, everything is listed in the description box below the video. So let's get into this for Aries. Aries, current vibe. What's the current vibe, Aries? What's the current vibe? Ooh, Aries, you're tired of the drama. You are tired of the drama. This is about somebody rebuilding with somebody from the past, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. You're waiting to recover. You're looking back at past mistakes. Something that you may have said, because this has to do with emotional communication between the two of you. I feel like here's what, okay, has to do with a partnership. Now, when I look at that Page of Cups, there's just the fish in the cup, okay? Pisces card, Pisces energy. But I feel like that's all you offered somebody. So it's almost like that was all you offered this person. Instead of offering them the cup, you offered them, maybe the fish in the cup represents some kind of stipulation of some sort. Right? Like, here's my cup, but, you know, here's a fish, right? It's almost like there's something else that you added instead of you just saying you wanted the partnership. See, these cups are empty. These two cups are empty. And they're there to fill up with whatever the two of you put in it, right? But with this one, it's almost like an offer of something other than love. Right? So maybe you feel like this was a past mistake with that Seven of Pentacles. You're looking back at the seeds you planted, right? And so this could be a past mistake and you needing to be patient. You may be waiting patiently, right, to recover. And it's like maybe you feel like, Aries, that you put your foot in your mouth, possibly, to this Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. You should have just been direct, because it has to do with you literally wanting to recover with somebody from the past. You want to rebuild with somebody from the past. You held back. So this cup, this cup that you were offering over here was maybe that you were only wanting sex, or you only wanted situationship, that you weren't really in it. You weren't really offering commitment, but maybe something like a placeholder or a sidebar or something like that, right? Because you wanted to be a player. You wanted to rush in, rush out. You didn't want to commit, right? This is why you held back, because you wanted to see if there were other things. You may have put this person in a position where they felt like they were a placeholder for you. Right? Now you got to look at things from a different perspective. They gave you some enlightenment. They may have given you some enlightenment here. Now you're taking a pause, thinking about, oh, what did I like? Maybe that foot that's dangling was probably in your mouth, kind of like foot and mouth, right? So I feel like what's happening here, right? It was illuminated. They gave you some clear perspective on the situation, right? I will not be your placeholder, your side piece. I will not be a situationship. It's all or nothing. If you're going to bother me, go. If you think you're going to come and bother me like this, you need to go elsewhere. This is what this person is really communicating to you. Taurus. So Taurus, you're coming in an Empress energy here. And there's a partnership that ended because of manipulation. And this is you trying to either find peace or balance, or you're being guided, Empress energy. Okay. So I feel like the person that may have interfered in the relationship could have been a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. But in divine timing, this person will come back and offer their cup and get a victory, right? There's a victory going to be offered here with you, right? And this is, you know, for the Five of Swords to be the center of this read, Taurus, this is somebody who is manipulating the situation to cause an ending of a partnership. Now, this partnership, however, that this person's trying to cause an ending to cannot be broken. It can't be. And no matter how hard this person tries to manipulate somebody, it's going to fall short, because in the end, that cup will still be offered to the Empress. So nobody's going to be able to do anything but delay. Or, you know, when you look at it like this is the opportunity for the two of you to grow and learn your lessons. Right? Because you have to overcome these obstacles in order to do what you need to do. This is making you strong for the journey ahead. And people go, well, how can cheating be? Okay, you got to stop with the thinking that this relationship between an emperor and an empress really is about the romance at this point. Everything happens for a reason. Every single thing. If you are a twin flame, then your twin flame journey started at birth. So everything that you went through from the day you were born until you connected with your twin, and thereafter until you reunite with your twin for the final time, is strengthening you for the journey that's meant for what's happening after the final reunion, right? Because you're meant to raise the vibration of people on Earth. You can't do that if you're weak. You can't do that if you're weak-minded. I'm going to tell you, by the time you get to that final reunion, your give a fuck button is broken, honey. You have zero to give. Absolute zero. Right? Nothing scares you, nothing's going to rattle your cage, nothing's going to bother you at all, because you are ready and prepared, because you have gone from point A to point B. Period. This is meant for you. This 10 of Cups is meant for you. And it's going to cause this Queen of Cups to be very unhappy. They're going to be very unhappy. They're going to be sitting there pouting. This person could be blonde as well. They're going to see their past mistakes. They're going to recognize, right? Because all they had to bring to the table was sex. That's all they got. That's all they got. They got nothing else. Right? You're trying to compare apples to oranges. You have a person who's just a singular queen, right? Versus an empress, which is all four queens rolled into one plus a high priestess. This bitch doesn't have shit on this one. I'm just saying. So no matter what this person tries, nothing will work. Nothing will work. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. Gemini, you're thinking about walking away from somebody that's just a sexual partner. With the Ace of Wands, that's all they're bringing to the table too. That's all this person, see, they got their wand in their hand. That's all they got. That's all they got. I'm hearing that song, Dick in a Box. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Okay. You're moving on. This person's obsessed with sex. That's it. That's it. right? So you're doing some soul searching. You're walking away from a new passionate beginning with the King of Wands because you're just looking at the seeds that are planted here. This is all this person is about, right? You may be moving on because this person's obsessed with sex, right? You're trying to recover here because what you really want, your wish fulfillment was a partner, not a sex toy, right? If you wanted one of those, I'm sure you could get one at, you know, on Amazon for $9.99. Just kidding. Oh, I've had too much coffee today. So your wish fulfillment was a partner. And this person, all they're bringing to the table is a good time. I mean, that sounds fine and dandy, but it's going to get old. It's going to get old when you realize there's more to this than just that. You get a victory moving on here because you've made the choice. You've made a choice that's good for you. You want somebody, Gemini, you want somebody who's all that and a bag of chips. Look at this. Your choice is somebody who is, you know, in control, takes care of business, is solid and stable, has learned their life lessons, has, you know, is, you know, somebody that you can lean on, right? Somebody that takes charge 100%. This is what you want to rebuild with. This is somebody you want to build with, is somebody who is, in other words, what you're saying is you don't want anybody who's immature. You may even want an older man. And I say man because this is all man right here, okay? This is authority. This is masculinity at its finest, okay? This person is at the top. You're not settling for less than you deserve. That's what I'm seeing here, right? You've mastered your emotions here about all the drama. I feel like you just were worried about saying it. You were worried about telling somebody, look, this isn't working out. This is not what I want. This is, you know, because I feel like what you want is to be with somebody who is, you know, going to bring substance to your life, control, power, that kind of thing. Somebody that you can count on. Cancer. Okay, Cancer, this is about a divine connection. Four of Wands. Wow. You got the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Wands. This is definitely a divine soulmate. You may be in separation and you needing to do some soul searching because somebody is not with you. There could be financial lack, but I feel like this person has left you out in the cold and you're doing some soul searching here. So I feel like someone's coming forward. This person, this may be somebody coming towards you that's out in the cold doing some soul searching. There's an offer coming in or an apology. They're taking that leap of faith to apologize. They're cutting out whatever's hidden. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, or this is the Emperor in a lower vibration. Ooh, he's leveled up. Look at this. Going from the King of Wands to the King of Swords is illuminated. Oh, okay. So he's leveling up. This person's leveling up. They're starting to see the error of their ways here, right? So when this person, it's illuminating this person's leveled up here. From the mind games and manipulation, this person's going to start fighting back against this, right? I'm going to tell you, this person may have 5 swords. This person only needs 1. This person is the badass of the deck. And what I mean by that is that The King of Swords, you picture like Excalibur. There's kingdom versus kingdom. This is the king that watches his opponent like a hawk 24 hours a day, watching every move, every weakness, everything. And he will attack his opponent using their weakness against them, right? So this person always will have the upper hand because they plot and they plan. They're strategic, right? And they don't have emotion. They don't show their emotion. Zero emotion, right? No heart on their sleeve. This person's leveling up. This person may have played mind games and manipulated the situation, but this person is leveled up to this person and they see it. It's illuminating the mind games, the manipulation when he was in his emotions, right? When this king was in his emotions, he was able to be manipulated, right? Now he can't be manipulated. He's cutting out what was hidden. So cutting out the mind games, the manipulation, the illusion. Now this may be this you as the emperor, Cancer. This could be you as the emperor. So this is what you've gone through. This is your journey, a divine soulmate that's out in the cold. You're figuring this out. You want to come towards them and apologize, offer an apology, and you're going to cut out the mind games. You're leveling up to what you need to do to deal with the drama and close the karmic cycle. You're closing a karmic cycle of chaos and manipulation so that you can have equal give and take and rebuild. Okay, this is you really saying enough's enough with the deception under the bottom of the deck. It's like you said, no, we're not doing this anymore. That kind of thing. This is part of the journey, guys. Definitely part of the journey, which Cancer, I like that your twin is, or if you're the twin, that you're leveling up. You're taking the bull by the horns. Leo. Leo, it looks like that you're wanting love. There's a King of Pentacles here. So you feel like this is your person. You're wishing for an offer from a King of Pentacles where love is concerned. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You're ready to take that leap of faith. You're communicating. Even though you know there's an opportunity to get your heart broken. I feel like you're taking a chance, Leo. I feel like you're taking a chance on love. Even if you have an opportunity for heartbreak, you're going to put yourself out there, which I like that for you. Because some people say, I don't want to get my heart broken, so I'm not going to even try, right? I'm not going to even try because I'm afraid of getting hurt. And you not being afraid to take that leap of faith, even if you could potentially have your heart broken, shows that, because if you don't try, how do you know if you may end up with the love of your life, right? There's a chance that you could get hurt, but there's a chance that you can, that everything will be fine, right? And I like that you are in that mindset of, I'm willing to try no matter what happens, right? You want a commitment. Somebody here is communicating about a commitment. They want something long-term and committed. Now, are they lying to you? Is there deception here? So I feel like you can stand your ground. I have no doubt in my mind, Leo, that you can stand your ground if somebody's being deceptive. I don't think they are. I think this is like a question mark to you, because in your mind you think there's an opportunity to get hurt, right? But when someone's communicating about a commitment, you're thinking, are they lying about this wanting to build? If so, I'm going to stand my ground. It's been a long time coming. I feel like this has been a long time coming. You may be obsessed with a relationship and you want clarity. That's your wish fulfillment. You want to know that this person's words and their actions are going to match, because you're willing to take a chance on this. I love that energy for you, Leo. And Virgo, I want you to look up angel number 2112. 2112. Look it up. Google it. Google it. Virgo. You're mastering your emotions. You're in this King of Cups mode, Virgo. I feel like happiness and success in divine timing. You're mastering your emotions. You're taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture. You're contemplating. This is you looking at your happiness and your future here, right? And this is like you needing the strength to really just take a step back and see things for what they are, or see things the way you want them to be. Mm. You regret cutting somebody off. So regretting cutting somebody off, you're doing some soul searching about a decision you made. See, there's two things here. You got the Hanged Man and the Hermit. You're in your headspace, right? And this is needing the strength because of a choice you made. The choice of cutting off somebody and having some remorse or regret. But I feel like this, you're going to be happy. I feel like this is because you're seeing the error of your ways, right? You're seeing a mistake that you made, right? You're trying to close out a cycle. Something's come full circle. Now you're trying to communicate because of a Tower in a commitment. So now you want to talk about it. This may be, okay, and we are in retrograde right now, guys. So for you, if you made a mistake by cutting somebody off and closing the cycle, you're wanting to communicate about this Tower. Like whatever you were going through, whatever caused you to go off the deep end here, right? Because the end of the day, that's your energy. Your wish fulfillment is something long-term and committed. So if you cut off somebody who you really cared about, there may be 110 reasons why. You know, maybe you got cold feet and you ran. You know, you didn't want to face it, or you didn't want to commit because you got afraid of the commitment. You know, but you feel like it's a past mistake. You feel like you may have betrayed somebody, and now you're obsessed with love you're obsessed with a new beginning in love. Now you want to come back around and be honest with this person. Now you're ready to step up to the plate, right? Because maybe we do stuff and we look back and think, God, I really screwed up. You know, now whether that person takes you back or not is up to that person, but at least you're in the mindset of seeing the error of your ways here. Libra. Now, guys, this could be other way around, Virgo. Take it how it resonates with you. It could have been the person you were dealing with is feeling that way. So take it how it resonates. Libra. So, Libra, with that World card, something has come full circle. It's a karmic cycle that's needing to close or has closed. It's also about, you know, ending something to start something new, something coming full circle. You're trapped in your head having sleepless nights because somebody here, either you or the person you're dealing with, isn't saying that they want to offer you that cup in a commitment. They're not telling you that they want to be with you in something long-term and committed. That's the problem. You could be saying that that's why you might feel like you have nine swords stuck in your back, right? Yeah, it's causing you some anxiety. With the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords together, that's a lot of swords. That's a lot of thoughts. That's a lot of being in your head and a lot of anxiety. See, the anxiety is what's being offered here. Being trapped in your head is what's being offered here. This person's leaving you to your own to think what you want to think. That's the best way I can put it. This person's not giving you the answers you're seeking, and so you're trapped in your head because all you're being offered is mind games and not even mind games, but kind of in a way, this is mind games. When somebody's not telling you how they feel about you, when you have strong feelings for them and they're aware of it, you know, it's as much of saying that, look, I'm not interested, or yeah, I am interested, but, right? But leaving you to think what you want to think, and it's all they're offering you is anxiety, right? You're the one going back and forth because this person's not telling you how they feel. They're not telling you how, and it's almost like you feel like you want to give up. You want to walk away. You don't want to deal with this. It's like, look, I'm not fighting an uphill battle here. If somebody is not wanting to be with me, I am moving on. Your wish fulfillment has been illuminated here. Your wish fulfillment, you've told this person how you feel. Your wish fulfillment has been illuminated, Libra. Now you've got to look at things from a different perspective to get a victory. You're not the problem. I'm going to tell you right now, you've told this person how you feel. You need to see things from a different perspective to have a victory. Tells me that this person is not telling you how they feel because they're probably a commitment phobe. They don't want to get in a commitment, or they're afraid. There's a reason. There's a reason why this person's not saying this. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, right? You're hoping and waiting. It's like when you guys argue, you cut this person out. When there's a fight, you cut this person off. But they're telling you to be patient. You are pre-empress here. Hold on. Hold on. Because this person might be dealing with somebody manifesting chaos. Somebody may be interfering in this as well. So if there's somebody who's manifesting chaos, this person needs to recover before they can rush back in. So don't take it personal is what this is basically saying. There may be underlying issues that you are not aware of. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio, you've decided to, you've made a choice to cut somebody off and close a karmic cycle. You have 4 major arcana here out of 5 cards. 4 major arcana. When you have major arcana, that's fixed energy. Like the universe is saying, this is what's going to happen. When there's minor arcana, this is where there's a change that can take place in all of this, right? So when I get 5 cards here and I have 4 that are major arcana, this is really saying that this choice that you're making to close this cycle out and get more clarity in your judgment, this is the universe telling you to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Now, they probably could have said all of that using the Hanged Man, but you need to, they're breaking it down for you, Scorpio, because maybe you've gone around this mountain too many times. That might be the problem here, because cutting somebody off, making a head over heart decision to cut somebody off. Your emotions are behind you in this picture. The water's behind you. You got a blindfold on and the moon's in the background, okay? And you're crossing the swords over your heart. The heart's not involved anymore. The emotions are behind you, right? Whatever's hidden, you can't see, right? So this is something you're going to make without having all of the information, right? The information is where you need to get the clarity. You need to do some soul searching. You need to figure out what's hidden here, right? Closing that karmic cycle, right? You need to get clarity of judgment. Clarity of judgment. That's what you're needing. Let's see what that's about. You were at a crossroads. You didn't know what direction to go in. You may be a pre-empress energy or somebody who's very independent. You were obsessed with ending a situation. Again, 2 more major arcana. This is about you being obsessed with closing the cycle, with either obsessed with it transforming or obsessed with ending. So this still shows there being a little bit of a doubt with the 2 of Wands, right? Because this can be a transformation or an ending. Now, maybe you were back and forth, and that's what I'm seeing here, with you not knowing what direction to go in. You didn't know if you wanted to fix it or move on. Oh, okay. I feel like, look, Scorpio, somebody had a work relationship. They betrayed you at work, right? So there was work betrayal in a relationship. Somebody was sleeping with a coworker here. Now, whether I feel like that's them. I feel like that's why you're trying to figure out what's going to happen, right? So I feel like what you're going to do is you're going to just move on, right? You're communicating that you're taking that leap to move forward. You're an Empress energy here and rebuild. So you're moving on from this person, but you're leaving them out in the cold. You may be discontent about the relationship, but the harsh truth is you want justice. You want justice. You're not going to deal with somebody and their nonsense, but the universe is like, oh, no, we're not taking this person back. This is time for you to move forward. Now, you may be in a karmic relationship. So understand that just because you're an Empress energy, I didn't see the Emperor there. So you could be the one who has the karmic relationship. So take it out, resonates with you. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you're worried. You're worried about a new beginning. You're looking at the pinnacle here. This is, I'm feeling like this Queen of Pentacles is representing you because you're looking at the pinnacle. This is about whatever is being offered to you is this pinnacle, right? And you're worried about there being deception moving forward. So why am I feeling like you feel like there's strings attached here? Because you're trapped in your head about this new beginning. Somebody's telling you. Whatever they're telling you, there's not deception moving forward. Because you're the one getting a victory here by making a choice. Okay. It may have to do with somebody from your past. So, Sagittarius, I see you as the Queen of Pentacles here. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is the Empress in the Minor Arcana. You're wondering if whatever they're telling you, you're worried about a new beginning. You're looking at that pinnacle. This is about them it's almost like you're communicating a victory. You're trapped in your head about communication. You're going to make the right choice because the choice is to have a victory for you in a new beginning. Even if somebody from your past is lying, you're still moving forward with this. Empress energy, you feel like you have the strength to cut somebody's drama out, but there's a little doubt. There's a little doubt. It's almost like maybe on the surface you feel like, oh yeah, I'll just snatch them bald if they come up to me with any chaos, any drama, because I can cut out this person's nonsense, right? I can cut out their nonsense, but you're at a crossroads. There's just a little bit of doubt there. Under the bottom of the deck, there may be some burden. What's the burden? Oh. You may feel, oh, okay. I get what they're saying. This is your person. This is referencing the Emperor energy here, right? Now, are they lying to me? Whatever this offering, they're offering me a new beginning. I'll get the victory making a choice. And it has to do with the past and the deception moving forward. Okay, so what this is about is in the past, you've had issues with this person choosing the karmic, right? But you're saying that you have the strength to cut out the drama. The drama is the karmic. You're being at a crossroads about you're at a crossroads about the burden because somebody's obsessed with the relationship. And that's why you're in pre-Empress energy. This is your 10 of Cups. There's somebody else involved here, right? You're getting clarity about a third party moving on. So this person wants to reconcile and come out of the cold. But the truth is that somebody's manifesting an illusion. It's only an illusion. This is why you feel like there's deception back here. And the reason why you're doubting being able to cut out the nonsense is because this person's doing magic, right? So this is definitely about, you're finding out that this third party's moving on. They're not really moving on. They're not really moving on. This is still, you're still in the midst of this riding the roller coaster. That's what this is. This is the riding of the roller coaster. And I think Sagittarius, if you just ride in the front seat and make it your bitch, you'll be fine. You're handling it. Capricorn. Capricorn, your angel number is 4040. Look it up. Capricorn, you're coming in your reading here. Queen of Pentacles. Whatever somebody's offering you, this new beginning. Now, I like the new beginning. I like the Ace of Pentacles. That's really something that'll prosper. But the problem is you think they're playing mind games and manipulating you to betray you, right? With their deception. You feel like it's smoke and mirrors. You feel like whatever they're offering you is tainted. So Capricorn, you're aware of what's happening because whatever commitment they may be offering you, you're going to move on because it's toxic and you want to recover. You want to recover. This is like, no, no, no. It's almost like you're dodging a bullet. You're literally dodging a bullet here. Wow, you can't get more plainer than the nose on your face with this reading. Your wish is that the Emperor end and cut out the drama. This person may be trying to offer you a relationship because, again, that Queen of Pentacles energy is the Empress in the Minor Arcana. Even though that's you, Capricorn, you're saying, like, this is an offer, but I know there comes with manipulation and betrayal and deception. This is a commitment that I'm going to move on because it's toxic right now. The toxicity isn't necessarily the Emperor, but whoever the Emperor is around that's causing the drama, right? So that I can recover. Wishing that this person, basically wishing for this person to open their eyes, that they will end and cut out whatever the drama is. This is their participation in it, or it's almost like you're saying, wake up, right? Because you're not going to tolerate whatever this is. And you're in a place that you don't have to because you see it for what it is. Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, you are walking away from some temptation here. You're walking away from a tower. It's almost like your guides are giving you clarity. Because you want to offer your cup and it's illuminating a pre-empress energy. This has to do with the Four of Wands. This has to do with the 1111, the twin flame. Pre-empress twin flame. This could be you or could be your partner, but what I'm saying is you're walking away from the tower because you want to offer your cup to somebody. So this isn't you. This is the person that you want to be with. Your guides are giving you clarity. You may be married to this person. You're coming in that King of Pentacles. You're taking that leap to cut somebody out because of the burden. You want to be honest with a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. This person who is a pre-Empress energy could be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. You want to be truthful with this person. There's somebody around you that's tempting you. There's somebody around you that you're saying, I'm going to walk away from this tower. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to take this leap to cut somebody out because of the burden, and I'm going to be honest. This has to do with somebody tempting you with sex. Sex is being offered. I saw that temptation. This walking away from a tower showed me that there was a temptation, right? Like this shit is like somebody's offering a new passionate beginning. They're offering sex is being offered, and they're going to leave that out in the cold because, and hold back. This person's holding back. They're holding back because they see that they need to work on a victory by not speaking to this person. Okay. So this person is trying to come between two people, and I feel like Aquarius, you are saying, no, I'm not going to buy into this temptation. I want to be honest and be with the person I'm with. Okay. Pisces. Oh. So you don't know. Okay, what I feel like you're saying here, Pisces, is you're not going to believe that your person is cheating on you unless you see it with your own eyes. Unless you see it with your own eyes, you're going to be at a crossroads about somebody juggling a Queen of Wands. You're patiently waiting. You're trapped in your head about this new passionate beginning being offered. Trying to recover. So somebody may have told you, and you don't want to believe it until you see it with your own eyes, but they're telling you, this person, there is burden here, right? You're patiently waiting. I believe you know. I believe you know it's true. Because the Two of Wands sitting next to the Page of Swords, you're looking back, but you don't know, right? That shows me doubt. That shows me doubt, right? That they're juggling this person. You're patiently waiting. You're trapped in your head about this being offered. You're trying to recover from the burden, but you're unhappy. You're unhappy that somebody's acting like a player. Somebody's in and out. This person, Pisces. Now, this could be your energy trying to master your emotions, Pisces, about somebody being a player, or you're dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. You're trapped in your head about this. You're trapped in your head, discontent at somebody. How could somebody do that to me? That's what you're feeling. You're going to stand your ground here. Or you're trying to block a broken heart from having a tower because of the betrayal. You're trying to block yourself from being hurt. But there's going to be heartbreak and a tower because of the betrayal. You know it in your heart that it's true. But you don't want to believe it. That's kind of what it is. I mean, it's like you know it, but you don't want to acknowledge it. That's what this is. Guys, I'm going to leave that there. If that resonates with you, please leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay blessed.